Hey, good evening, everybody. Good evening and welcome to our call for tonight. And this is our central PA workshop, and we are talking about profiting twice from your sales. And this is going to be a little different, maybe something that you may not have heard before. If you are here and you are one of our PLR Show customers, we welcome you here also. I appreciate you being here, and we will be touching on a few things for you also. So just kind of hang in there. And if you have questions, feel free to write them in the chat area here in YouTube, and I'll be able to see them. So let's get started. If you have any questions and you're part of the Central PA Meetup, you can write me at harperacademy.com. Hello there, Dana. And what we're going to be talking about tonight is how to leverage your business expertise and profit twice from your sales. So you're probably already in business. We're going to be talking about how you're going to be profiting twice from the sales that you've already done in your business, or maybe in your consulting practice, or however you're generating income. A little bit about me. I create training courses for online marketers through a brand called the PLR Show. I've been doing that since 2013. My customers are online information marketers, and they use those courses in their business. And we'll get into that a little bit actually tonight. I am formally trained. I have my MBA from Syracuse. My BA is from Wharton quite a long time ago. I did graduate studies in instructional technology along with my wife, Laurel, and we did everything except for the dissertation. It's a long story. And we're going to be doing some of the same training that we do for our customers in our products. We're going to be doing that same training here locally in the Meetup. And you'll see that on Gain Mindshare and Harper Academy, whether you want to do more in your online business or you want to do online marketing. So let's talk about the world of online information marketing. And I call this really another world, and it may be a world you may not have heard of. And I consider myself, when I talk to normal people, that I'm from another world in internet marketing. It may be a world, when I explain it to you, may not be one that's known to you. Again, if you're here and you're one of our PLR Show customers, you already know about this world. So, but if you're not, then this may not have been something you're going to really have heard of, but I guarantee you will be interesting to you. The buyers are called marketers or internet marketers. It's pretty much what we call ourselves, is what they call themselves. They are actually, if you were to classify them technically, they are business opportunity seekers. They are not necessarily, some are in business, some have a business, some do not. But what they are looking for are ways to generate more income from what they are already doing, or in some cases, to start something that will generate an income. It may end up turning into a business. It may not turn into a business. It may just be a business opportunity. And that's typically what the people who I'm going to be talking to you about tonight, they are primarily looking for. Now, when I use the term internet marketing, or business opportunity seeker, what I do want to say is that these are not people who are not interested in network marketing. Now, if you are in network marketing and you're here, you're going to benefit from what I'm going to be saying. But the people that we're talking about tonight from this other world, they are not interested in recruiting people. So they're not into network marketing. They are mostly interested in generating sales online, and they typically want to do that entirely from their PC. They're not typically interested in being out and about in the public. I don't say that disparagingly. That's just the way it is. So they're looking to do it from their personal computer. That's how I do it. So some might be consultants, though. And, some people might really work with people in the real world. But most, though, generate profits from what they know. They come up with an idea out of their head. They sell that idea in one way, shape, or form. That's typically what they are going to be able to do. Again, now, if you're here and you are one of our PLR Show customers, you already know this. What do these buyers want? People that are in this other world that I'm talking to you here about tonight. They are looking for some kind of digital process. And that's not a technical term. It's just what they're looking for. It's a way, something that they can look at online that'll help them in their online information marketing business. That's what they're looking for when they are looking in this other world. They're looking for some kind of knowledge. Maybe there's something that they can be enlightened on that will help them to expand their profits. They might be looking for a strategy. So in other words, they might be able to find a better way to do what they're doing to generate more sales with less time, or just more sales sometime, right? More sales with more time. Sometimes you're looking for content, which will help them to be able to promote themselves better. Sometimes they're looking for software, things that will help them to be more efficient, more effective in what they're doing. Again, so they might be able to generate more profit in less time, probably the same thing that you're doing. They're looking for case studies. So they're looking for ways that, people have done things that would be different, that they can then look at the way those other people have done it. They can apply it then in their business. Now, but there is a characteristic of all of the things that they're buying. They're typically that are sold to business opportunity seekers, and all of these things have a USP of some kind. So now, of everything that's sold, there's typically going to be one thing about that. We call them information products. They're going to be one thing about that product that's going to be different from other things that they can buy online. Tim, you've probably seen information products, even if they're not necessarily business information products. Maybe you've seen a product to tell you how to lose weight. Maybe you've seen a product teach you how to be better a parent to your kids or something like that. You may have bought some of these products. There's always going to be a USP of some kind, something that you can get only from that product that you cannot get from other products. And so sometimes, you will be willing to buy that product, or these information products, these business opportunity seekers, they will be ready to buy that product specifically for that one aspect that they can't get from other people. Now, where does your expertise come into play? Remember, I talked about, I titled this, that you're going to be able to generate sales. You're going to be able to profit twice from sales that you have already made. You might say, so I made sales once, so where's my experience come into play with that? If you have assets that have helped you to generate income in any field, in any arena, in any way, if you got a brick and mortar business, if you've already got an online business, or if you've got, maybe you've got a small shop, maybe you've got an Etsy store, maybe you sell on eBay. If you have something that you've done that'll help you to generate income, then if you can connect to an existing market, you can find a way to make, your sales profit twice. Now, connecting to that market isn't always straightforward. I do want to say that. And what you need to understand is that the more independent that your income generation is going to be, the easier it's going to be to connect to the marketplace. So in other words, you've probably generated an income if you go to a job every day. However, if you come to the marketplace and the world that I'm talking about, typically it's going to be more difficult for you to be able to make that a connection to, that marketplace, even though there is a connection, right? I could probably tell you a few connections. And if you're good at your job, or if you find a way to generate more work, more money at your job, there's probably a way for you to connect to that marketplace. Now, in some cases, you're going to be able to take your expertise and create content for other people to use. So think about this. People have websites, they have video sites. They want content to create better videos. They want content to create better websites so that people will come to their website or come to their client's website. If you have expertise, you can sell things that will help people to get that content so that they can help their customers. In some cases, you're going to be able to take your expertise that you figured out something, and you're going to be able to teach other people how to do exactly what you've done. And in this marketplace, that's a valuable commodity. So if you have anything that you've done where you have generated income, and again, the more independence you generate it, the better and more ease, and the more with more ease, you're going to be able to connect to the marketplace. But if you have a way, you're going to be able to connect to this marketplace, and you'll be able to sell that expertise. In some cases, you're going to be able to take that same expertise and to develop a software application. Maybe you're going to develop an app. Maybe you're going to develop what's called a SaaS, or a software as a service. However you do it, You can then create this software application, and individuals in this world will buy that SaaS or buy that software as a service. So there are lots of ways for you to be able to connect. And this is not a comprehensive list. If I were to tell you all the ways, what I'm trying to do is to give you structures to think about this. But if I were to really try to tell you all of the ways that you can generate income, there's not enough time for me to do that here on this session. Anything that you've done independently to create income, and again, I do want to stress independently. Again, it's not that you're generating income is second class if you have a job, but if you're independent in any way, it's going to be easy for you to connect to this marketplace, and you will be able to sell that expertise to other internet marketers or business opportunity seekers. Let's talk about an example, and this is not a comprehensive example. It is the best that I could come up with today. Let's say that someone knows how to sell their services as a plumber. Now, what they can do is they can sell a course to what are called offline consultants. These are business opportunity seekers that go out to help small businesses in their local area, or sometimes even outside their local area, these offline consultants. You can sell a course to these offline consultants to help them help their clients to get more business. So I want you to understand what's happening. These offline consultants have customers. Maybe they are other plumbers in their local area, and they're helping those plumbers to get more business. So the person who's going to want to buy that course from you is going to be an offline consultant, because what you're going to do is you're going to take your expertise in getting more business in your city, and you're going to help that offline customer help their customer to get more business as a plumber. The other thing that you can do now, if you, let's say you were a plumber and you know how to sell your services as a plumber, you can take the videos that you use or the articles that you use on your website. Maybe you're going to make a generic version of those articles and those videos. You're going to sell them to the offline consultant. That offline consultant is then going to use them to help their customer to get more business. That's another thing that you could do. And again, these are not comprehensive examples. I'm just giving you a way to think about the fact that you've already done the work. You already have the expertise. Now what you can do is you can then sell that same expertise to other people who want what you have. They can take those same videos and articles and sell them to people that resell content, right? The buyer in this case is another content creator. These people, they're people like me, they may sell content. So again, I mean, there are lots of ways for you to come into this world and sell this kind of information. That plumber or that person who knows how to sell their plumbing services can sell a checklist to people and show them how to create social media accounts in their city to help them to get more business, right? The buyer in this case could be a consultant. The buyer could be a content creator. So you can see, I mean, and again, I'm just scratching the surface. I want you to understand what I'm telling you here. You've already generated this business. You've already got this expertise. And what I'm telling you is that you can come to this marketplace, this world that I'm a part of, and you can make it available to help other people. Now, let's talk about another example. Let's say someone knows how to write books and sell them on Kindle. I'm going to talk about something really weird so that you might know that this person can then come to this world and then sell their expertise. Let's talk about how they can. That person can write and create, 4 separate courses. They can write one course on the process of writing the book, teach people how to write a book. They can teach people how to create a cover for their book. It's another course. They can teach people how to sell that book. That's another course. They can teach people how to turn it into a paperback. That's another course. 4 separate courses. And again, what they're doing is they're coming to the business opportunity world and they're teaching people what they've experienced. They're teaching people their success. They're teaching people what they're learning. What they're doing is they're saving the people that want to know these things time and expertise, right? Time and effort. That same person can take each one of those courses and turn them into a course that other people can sell. That's what I do. It's called PLR. It's called white labeling. Right? It's another way of being able to come to this world and then to be able to sell your expertise in a way that people, again, are looking for these things in order to help them in their information marketing and online business. That same person can do a live workshop covering all of these topics and teach people all four things in the live workshop. Maybe it's going to be a StreamYard or some kind of YouTube Live. They're going to charge people for it. And then they can then take that same workshop and give it to those content creators, those white labelers, those PLR sellers, people like me. They can then give it to others to sell. So again, there are lots of ways for you to be able to connect your existing expertise to the marketplace. Let's talk about where this activity takes place, right? Where can you see this activity? And you can see a lot of this activity in three places, right? Now, I want to say this. Now, if you, obviously, you're probably on social media a lot. Maybe you're on Facebook or you're on LinkedIn or you're on YouTube. You can see a lot of this stuff now. And what I'm about to mention to you, you may not see these things there. I'm just giving you a way of organizing places. So if you wanted to go and see where it takes place, you'd be able to go to these places I'm going to tell you about. You can find it from sellers in the ClickBank marketplace. So if you look at some of the products on the ClickBank marketplace at clickbank.com, you will see information products based on people's expertise. If you were to go to a place called warriorplus.com, you will see information products that people sell based on their expertise in selling things in their world. If you were to go to a site called JVZoo and you were to go to their marketplace, you can find sellers who are selling information, selling their expertise in the form of products, services, information, and software where they're teaching other people and helping other people in their online business. Again, now these are three places that you can go right now and you can see the kinds of products that I am talking about that will give you a picture of ways that you can then take the expertise you already have, repackage it, and put it in a way that you can sell it to other people. And you can also find some of these kinds of products in a different way on a site called muncheye.com. And again, if you were to go to these sites, probably look at them, you probably think, boy, this looks like a Greek and totally another world. But what you will see is you will see something very basic, and I want you to be looking for this. I want you to see what's happening behind what you see on the page. Someone has taken their experience and expertise and they put it in a form that they know that will sell in this other world that I am talking about to you. I do want to make some cautions to you before you go to these places, right? Some basic cautions. Now, when you start visiting these sites and you want to check them out, let's talk about some things that I think are necessary for me to spell out to you. Please do not believe everything you read. You're going to go to a sales page typically. You're going to see some promises. You're going to see a video. You're going to see lots of sales, what we call web copy. It's designed to make you want to buy it. Now, you can't believe everything that you read. And what I will say as a sister to that statement is, if it's too good to be true, it probably is. Just so you'll know. So you start going to these sites and you start thinking, wow, this person is really going to help me to do something that I haven't been able to do all my life. It's going to be really easy. Yeah, but that's designed to help you that's designed to make you buy it. So if it's too good to be true, it probably is. Just so that you'll know and understand that before you start going to these sites. You need to think about being a seller and not a buyer. So as you go to these websites that I just told you about, think about this as a seller. Don't go there looking for things to buy right away. But before you actually know how you're going to sell and how you're going to do it, think about how you're going to act as a seller, right? Look at examples as to how you can sell your expertise and don't necessarily go there looking to be a buyer. Now, when you see people making sales, and some people you're going to see, you start clicking around, you're going to say, wow, boy, they're making a lot of sales with this. When you see those things happening, you do need to understand there's typically a lot happening in the background. So, it's not necessarily, I'm just going to, put up a sales page and I've got this great idea and it's going to sell a million copies. It doesn't necessarily work like that. There's a lot going on in the background. Typically, there's some experience that have happened, a lot of water under that bridge when you see it happening. I want you to understand that when you visit the site. You also need to know people in order to make some of these things happen. So typically when you see someone, they're making a lot of sales, they do need to have a network of some kind. It takes time to build that network. But again, it's not the kind of thing where you're going to be locked out because you don't know everybody. There are ways to get to know these people. And you need to know what you're doing. So it's not just, just put something up and it's gonna, you're gonna be one of those people that are just making a lot of sales from the start. You need to know what you're doing. So what I suggest when you start visiting these sites, in particular, the one at Warrior Plus and JVZoo and even ClickBank, observe and ask questions before you launch a product. So don't just go there and imitate something and just think, wow, you know what, I'm going to go and I'm going to launch my product. You probably should launch, right? That's the best way to learn. But do observe and ask questions before you go through that process, because sometimes what happens to people, they go there, they launch a product and they think, boy, that didn't go well. This isn't worth my time. And this is really, just a real waste of all my effort. It's not going to be a waste of your effort, but you just got to understand what you're doing, and it takes time to learn how to do. And I will say this also, what you have to understand is that when you see sales, they're happening in these places, most of those sales happen as a result of the seller having a network of what are called affiliates, right? These are people that sell on behalf of the person who created the product. That's a whole nother section. I could train you all day and probably all week and probably all month just on how to do that. There are ways for you to be able to do that and develop that network of affiliates. And when you see a lot of sales happening, typically those sales are being brought to that person from this network of affiliates that they've recruited, or that they have gathered, or they have made friends with, and they've put together. And in some cases, that buyer has trained them how to sell on their behalf, or sometimes they come to those people already trained. Right. So when you see all those things happening, you can't get discouraged because yours doesn't sell right away. A lot of those sales happen because this person has a network of people that are selling on their behalf. It takes time to learn how to do. Now, and that's really how I want to leave this with you. It takes time to get established. None of this is get rich quick. However, if you have expertise, this world that I'm from, you can come to this world and you can learn how to profit from it. Okay, any questions? Any questions? Any questions? If you need help with this, I can help you determine one of the ways that you can be better at finding your connection to the marketplace. We do that at harperacademy.com. If you go there and you fill out the form and then, tell me what you're trying to do, I will tell you if I can help you or not, and then I'll send you a link to make payment. You can find out about our coaching program at harperacademy.com/coaching. Our coaching actually includes on-demand access to Harper Academy. And we've got I think we've probably got over 150 courses now that'll explain to you the technical side of the things that we're doing, give you some strategies. We're growing that library all of the time. We do weekly training on building an online brand, and we're actually up to 14 sessions right now. That's actually on demand, and you get access to us during a Q&A on a monthly basis. Any additional training that I do, you'll get discounts on that training. Basically, just imagine this. Imagine going to a place, something like YouTube, but being able to ask the creator help and get help on what it is you're trying to do. That's a little bit like what we're doing. And the same customers that our customers buy, right? Remember I told you I sell these courses to people who use these courses. You're going to get access to those same courses. So we're not going to do anything any different for you. We're not going to do anything. You're not going to get any less that that our customers are already getting. You're going to get the best that we have, right? And except you're going to get them in an even better form, right? Because you're going to be able to watch them on demand anytime you want to, using the teachable.com platform, which is free to you. Right? So you don't have to have an account with Teachable. You don't have to pay for anything. You can get a free account Teachable. You'll be able to watch these courses anytime, on demand, any place you are, whether or not you're on your personal computer, on your mobile application. Right? And once again, you can get access to that that platform by being part of our coaching program. You can do that at harperacademy.com/coaching. Again, fill in the form and we will tell you more about how we can help you. You can become part of our daily newsletter at harperacademy.com. And now I do want to say this before you go there. Now, if you're an information marketer, right, you're already a PLR customer or an information marketer, you may be a little more advanced. Make sure you go to the plrshow.com and we will be able to help you best at that location. You'll see a download there on the page. Just get that free download. That'll make you part of our daily newsletter. Or you can just go to our daily newsletter, plrshow.com/daily newsletter. Once again, that's for you if you are an advanced information online marketer. All right. Now, if you've benefited from this in any way, and you kind of like what you heard, you kind of find this to be helpful to you, please give us a shout out. Go to harperacademy.com/shout and shout out and just let us know. What we do is we leave these these things on our sales pages. We put these things on our workshop pages. We let people know that you were helped, and then that they will be helped also if they just partake. So we like to do that also. So harperacademy.com/shout out. If this has been helpful for you, if you're part of the Central PA Meetup and you like what you've heard, you want to learn more, you've been helped by this, you want to get other people some help. Okay, so with that, thank you very much, everybody. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me here. I hope that this has been helpful for you. Once again, if you are one of our PLR customers, we appreciate you being here also. Have a great day.